Major news today. Pending investigation, Xi Jinping's protege Admiral Miao Hua has been suspended from his duties as a member of China's Central Military Commission and director of the Central Military Commission Political Work Department. This decision was made by the Chinese Communist Party's Central Committee. Defense spokesperson Senior Colonel Wu Qian announced at the scheduled monthly People's Liberation Army press briefing on November 28, 2024, because Miao Hua is suspected of serious violation of discipline. By the time such Chinese Communist Party investigations become public, conviction is a foregone conclusion. Miao Hua's fall thus raises three principal questions: why is he being removed? Will his cronies suffer similarly? And what does it mean for China's navy and military? Perspectives and key takeaways. Admiral Miao Hua has been suspended from duties as a member of China's Central Military Commission and director of the Central Military Commission Political Work Department. Miao Hua's position, which oversees all senior People's Liberation Army promotions, may have significant ramifications for his patronage network, including current Defense Minister Admiral Dong Jun and possibly Secretary of the Central Military Commission's Politics and Law Commission Admiral Wang Renhua, among others. This is the first time the Central Military Commission has two positions, 1/3 of 6 total, vacant simultaneously. The only other time China's highest military body experienced such upheaval in recent years involved the purging of Vice Chairman General Su Kaiho, Chinese Communist Party Central Military Commission September 19, 2004 to November 15, 2012, People's Republic of China Central Military Commission March 13, 2005 to March 14, 2013, expelled June 2014, died facing court-martial March 15, 2015, and General Guo Buxiong, Chinese Communist Party Central Military Commission November 15, 2002 to November 15, 2012. People's Republic of China Central Military Commission March 16, 2003 to March 14, 2013, expelled July 30, 2015, sentenced to life imprisonment July 25, 2016. Admiral Miao Hua is the 7th Central Military Commission member to be purged since Xi Jinping assumed power in 2012. The humiliation of his public removal is especially embarrassing because Xi Jinping transferred him to the People's Liberation Army Navy in 2014, promoted him to full, 3-star, admiral in 2015, and elevated him to the Central Military Commission in 2017. His suspension suggests Xi Jinping, or others, may have wanted to make his removal an example for the People's Liberation Army. Admiral Dong Jun, China's Minister of National Defense, may be caught up in this purge. Dong Jun has close ties to Miao Hua and was absent from Singaporean Vice Admiral Aaron Bing's introductory People's Republic of China visit, 24 to 27 November 2024. At a minimum, Admiral Dong Jun normally would have hosted an office call for Vice Admiral Aaron Bing during his visit. Admiral Miao Hua's removal suggests Xi Jinping remains boresighted on achieving China's 2027 centennial military building goal and seeks to ensure his armed forces reach maximum preparation for Taiwan contingencies on his watch, even at the cost of short-term setbacks and bureaucratic churn. In August 2024, the two top generals commanding the People's Liberation Army Rocket Force were removed, together with other leading People's Liberation Army RF officers. Admiral Miao Hua's suspension and the possible implication of Admiral Dong Jun could suggest Xi Jinping has shifted his purging focus to the People's Liberation Army Navy. Background: the 7th Central Military Commission member, current and retired, to be purged since Xi Jinping assumed power in 2012, Miao Hua fell from the People's Liberation Army's commanding heights as one of 4 ordinary members, with one vacancy created by former Defense Minister Li Shangfu's removal and subsequently unfilled, under Commander-in-Chief Xi Jinping and Vice Chairman Zhang Youxia and He Weidong. Over the past year and a half, more than a dozen senior People's Liberation Army officials and defense industry executives have fallen. Clearly, this is not about corruption per se graft, including promotion-related pay to People's Liberation Army, kickbacks, and monetizing of mismanaged resources, has long been a People's Republic of China system feature, not a bug. Because corruption is rampant within the People's Liberation Army, investigating it primarily involves political decisions. Because the party is inherently above the law, corruption cannot be eradicated without eviscerating the system. Determined to preserve the system and secure his legacy at all costs, Xi Jinping instead strives to impose loyalty, control, and ability to execute top-priority military operations above all, against Taiwan. His core message: nobody is exempt from these unforgiving imperatives. Less clear is who was involved in Miao Hua's defenestration, and what blowback and credibility Xi Jinping may face for his selection of atypical acolytes ultimately deemed unreliable. Born in Fuzhou, Fujian Province, Miao Hua was a People's Liberation Army ground force officer for most of his career, primarily in units in Taiwan facing Fujian, overlapping with Xi Jinping's rise in local and regional administration there. Miao Hua served mainly in the 31st Group Army, military unit cover designator 73111, based in Xiamen within the former Nanjing military region now part of the Eastern Theater Command. After enlisting in December 1969, Miao Hua served in the 31st Group Army's 92 ND Division's 274th Regiment. Also in the Nanjing military region, Miao Hua served as the political commissar of the 12th Group Army. In the 1990s, Miao Hua returned to the 31st Group Army, becoming director of the 93 RD Division's political department and later political commissar of the 91st Division. In August 1999, Miao Hua was appointed director of 31st Group Army's political department where he served until July 2005, attaining the rank of Major General in July 2001. Being a protege of Xi Jinping subsequently gave Miao Hua an unusual opportunity, transferring services in December 2014 to become the People's Liberation Army Navy's political commissar and receiving his third star on July 31, 2015. In October 2017, Miao Hua reached the pinnacle position of his career Central Military Commission Political Work Department Director while continuing to wear a Navy uniform. This is part of a pattern in which Xi Jinping has reassigned and promoted officers unconventionally, apparently to bypass established networks and impose his control. Implications. Now speculation swirls as to which of Miao Hua's associates may likewise succumb to bureaucratic machinations. While Miao Hua was People's Liberation Army Navy Political Commissar, December 2014 to September 2017, Admiral Dong Jun was one of the People's Liberation Army Navy Deputy Chiefs of Staff, December 2014 to December 2017, a substantial overlap. Dong Jun subsequently parlayed experience as a deputy commander of the East Sea Fleet and commander of its newly established East China Sea Joint Operations Command Center, a Southern Theater Command deputy commander, 2017-21, and the People's Liberation Army Navy's commander, 2021-24, inter alia, into his present position as People's Republic of China Defense Minister. Notably, unlike his predecessor, the now deposed General Li Shangfu, Dong Jun has neither become a Central Military Commission member nor a state councillor despite a long-time vacancy. Spokesperson Wu Qian rejected a Financial Times article, re-reported by the South China Morning Post, claiming Dong Jun was under investigation for corruption and repeated tautologically that Dong Jun remains defense minister. China's foreign ministry also denied the story. These dismissals are insufficient to clarify matters, or where things may be heading. Kai Shinkuan, formerly a hard-hitting reporter for Guangdong's leading journal Southern Weekly with a strong track record of predicting official People's Republic of China developments before they become public, maintains that Miao Hua lost Xi Jinping's trust in part through excessive cultivation of a personal network. The potential for such factionalism or mountaintopism in the form of party, state, and military officials developing their own alternative power centers has long concerned Chinese Communist Party leaders. Kai Shinkuan asserts that since Admiral Dong Jun was promoted by Miao Hua, and Admiral Wang Renhua is a protege of Miao Hua's, they are now both vulnerable. Kai Shinkuan further asserts that Xi Jinping's distrust of Miao Hua led him to promote the latter's deputy He Hongjun to facilitate Miao Hua's People's Liberation Army cement. In April 2019, he became Deputy Director of the Central Military Commission's Political Work Department. Xi Jinping promoted he to Lieutenant General, 2-star, in December 2019 and Full General, 3-star, in July 2024. Kai Shinkuan ascribes Dong Jun's failure to enter the Central Military Commission despite a readily available position to Xi Jinping's distrust of Miao Hua and his recommendation of Dong Jun. Most recently, Kai Shinkuan asserts that Dong Jun has been dismissed. The present authors are unable to verify this claim. However, it seems significant that Singapore Chief of Defense Force Vice Admiral Aaron Bing's introductory People's Republic of China visit, 24–27 November 2024, did not reportedly include a meeting with Dong Jun. Instead, Vice Admiral Aaron Bing called on Central Military Commission Joint Staff Department Chief General Liu Xinli. Conclusions. In August 2024, People's Liberation Army RF leadership was almost entirely removed to shocking decapitation of the force that controls the bulk of China's most advanced missiles and nuclear weapons. Admiral Miao Hua's suspension may suggest that Xi Jinping has shifted his focus to purging the Navy. In addition to the reported vulnerability of Admirals Dong Jun and Wang Renhua, former People's Liberation Army Navy Commander Yao Qing, a graduate of China's former Naval Aeronautical and Astronautical College and Naval Flight College, as well as its Naval Command College, states that current People's Liberation Army Political Commissar Admiral Yuan Huaji and his predecessor Admiral Qin Xingxiang are rumored to be under investigation. If Admirals Yuan Huaji and Qin Xingxiang are indeed expelled from the People's Liberation Army, that would confirm the extent of scrutiny targeting China's Navy. Another source posits that first-ranked Central Military Commission Vice Chairman General Zhang Youxia is making an example of the People's Liberation Army Navy, possibly as a means of wielding his tremendous power. Regardless of initial targets and maneuvering, Miao Hua's investigation is sure to reverberate across People's Liberation Army networks. The history with these investigations in the People's Liberation Army are that once the string of corruption is pulled, many other threads are revealed and the sweater unravels, observes Georgetown professor and former intelligence analyst Dennis Wilder. It may be a case of taking out tigers, swatting flies, and hunting down foxes. Members of a targeted military leader's patronage network will go down either before or after him, oftentimes within the same service. My gut tells me that this whole thing revolves around Miao Hua taking bribes to get people promoted in grade, not rank, to flag officer billets. Former assistant air attaché at the U.S. Embassy in Beijing and longtime People's Liberation Army analyst Ken Allen told the present authors. As such, each of them will also most likely be suspended. The investigations confirmed and rumored to date would stress any nation's armed forces and components. At the same time, China's Navy and military enjoy globally unrivaled resources and support by many measures. What is clear is that Xi Jinping is prioritizing military control and effectiveness for major missions over stopgap internal security efforts or symbolic prestige. Prioritizing either of those latter objectives would be far simpler, easier, cheaper, and more direct than the difficult, sophisticated work that he is visibly pursuing, possibly amid political infighting as well. Perhaps an analog may be found in Xi Jinping's recent disestablishment of the Strategic Support Force, itself a product of his sweeping post-2015 military reforms, and rapid reassignment of its vitally important activities. These are the actions of a power-obsessed but rational and formidable authoritarian leader deadly serious about preparing for, and possibly waging, major war. The Chinese Communist Party system suffers endemic weaknesses, including ruthless elite power struggles and the chronic official purging resurfacing now, which questions the loyalty of the People's Liberation Army and undermines capabilities and readiness. The Chinese Communist Party system also boasts tremendous strengths, including totalitarian means to mobilize and concentrate resources and personnel dramatically. This cuts both ways, deeply. As the ultimate product and head of this contradictory system, Xi Jinping appears dissatisfied with his military and its leaders and distrustful of the sharpness and durability of the sword in his hand, but determined to hone his party army to meet his objectives through purges, reorganizations, and new campaigns to strive harder. He is allowing the People's Liberation Army to struggle now while pursuing the goal of making Taiwan and its supporters struggle and surrender later. He remains large and in charge, but as a man in a hurry who is running short on time on a steepening treadmill, threatened by political enemies eager to push him off if he falters. Churn and challenges are certain, crisis and conflict may follow. America and its allies, partners, and friends must maximize their own military strengths and prepare accordingly.
欢迎来到六度解析新闻背后的多维思考，带你洞悉头条背后的世界。在今日华尔街频道的六度解析中，我们将深入探究时事热点，为你揭开新闻背后的真相。在这个信息泛滥、真相难觅的时代，六度解析应运而生。我运用海量数据、人工智能整合以及专家观点，层层剥析每个故事。通过实时背景数据挖掘，确保你获得全面的新闻资讯。然而，我们关注的不仅仅是数据，更重要的是将它们串联起来。我将分析多方视角，揭示隐藏的脉络，为你提供单一媒体常常忽略的背景信息。无论是政治、经济，还是全球事务，我都将为你带来最具洞察力的分析。试想一下， 拥有洞悉全局的能力，做出明智的决策，参与有意义的讨论。这就是六度解析带给你的价值。它不仅仅是新闻分析，更是一种赋能的工具。加入今日华尔街的六度解析，共同探索头条背后的故事。你通往深度理解的旅程，从这里开始。不要只是阅读新闻，要解码新闻，理解新闻，活出新闻。这一切尽在六度解析。立即订阅，不错过任何真知灼见。因为了解真相仅仅是个开始。